On today's episode...
Say he was fully dressed, Grandpa.
Good.
Fully dressed. Remember that when you come to work, fully dressed.
Yes, ma'am. Won't happen again.
Oh, today's episode, it is going to be good. You don't want to go anywhere because you're going to miss something really special that God wants to show us today. I want us to look in Luke chapter 8. Last week, we started on the fact that we have been made, when Jesus comes in our, we're made what? Brand new. Not just a little bit new. Jesus said he makes, in Revelations, we read in Revelations 21, he makes all things new. And I want us to look at two stories. We're going to look at one today and one next week. And this one today is about a man who needed a new mind. Say a new mind.
New mind.
What is a mind? Our brain, right? Yeah. Where do we have to use our brain?
Helping Grandpa.
School.
Helping Grandpa in school. Where else do we have to use our brain?
In different places.
In
church.
You got to use your brain in church, yes. Or you got to...
I'm using your brain right here.
Right now, we're using our brain. All of us are using our brain right now to say, pay attention, right?
Look at this dude.
Especially
That's what Grandpa had written on his cue cards earlier.
Was pay attention. Okay, so today's episode, we're going to look at Luke chapter, let's see, where are we at? Luke chapter 8. And it says that Jesus arrived at a country of the Gadarenes, which is over near Galilee. And it says, when he went forth to the land, there met him out of the city a certain man which had devils a long time, and wear no clothes, neither abode in any house, but in the tombs. This is what the Amplified says. It says, now when Jesus stepped out on land, meaning got off the boat, there met him a certain man out of the town who was possessed by many demons. For a long time he had worn no clothes, and he lived not in a house, but in tombs. He lived in caves and in tombs. He was not right in his mind. What person in their right mind would not wear any clothes at any time of the day, run around and live in tombs? It says, and when he saw Jesus, he raised a deep, terrible cry from the depths of his throat and fell down before him in terror and shouted loudly, what have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? What have we in common? I beg you, do not torment me. Well, those were even the demons talking within him. Everyone knew this man in town, okay? Everyone knew him. Maybe you live in a neighborhood, or how about this, is the school you go to, or a neighborhood you live in. There's somebody that everybody sees all the time, isn't there, right? Maybe at the school you're at, it's your principal or a certain teacher. Maybe in your neighborhood, it's a certain neighbor that's out all the time, right? Mm-hmm. Grandpa, are you that neighbor? Are you out or are you in?
I'm that guy.
You're that guy. You know what? Grandpa is that guy around here at the ministry. Everyone sees him, okay? So this man was not just always hiding in the tombs. This man would come out and he would kind of pester people and scare people and really hurt people, affect people trying to travel along this path. He was a man that was so, we could say you can be sick in your body, but you can be sick in your mind not work right. And the devil was tormenting his mind, so that the devil was telling him, take off your clothes, run around, go live in the tombs. He could not function in a normal setting. Kids, maybe you're not tormented like that, but maybe your mind, you go to school and you have a difficult time learning. or they've told you that you have something that keeps you from functioning in your brain, from functioning like other kids, to have a normal life. Maybe you have a sibling or a relative that you say, you know what, they're not functioning normal. Things in their life are not, their brain doesn't work like mine, and it hurts them and it hinders them from doing things that other people can do. Listen, the devil comes to steal not just our health, but he comes to steal our life. And the way he does that, he steals time and money and life, and he steals us being able to advance in life and move forward in life, because he comes to take from our minds that which God said to bless us with. And so I want us to see here, this man had been taken from in his life, and he comes and he falls down to Jesus. Remember what Revelation 21 says, behold, I make all things new. So let's see what Jesus did for him. It said, for Jesus was already commanding the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For many times it had snatched and held him. He was kept under guard and bound with chains and fetters, but he would even break them and be driven by the demons into the wilderness. The people in the town were so frustrated with being pestered and run after by this man. They would throw chains on him and bind him up, but those demons would help him to break loose, and instead of going and getting help, he would run into the wilderness again, all by himself, completely naked. He is what we would call kind of like a menace to society. He was not normal. And you may be dealing with something in your life and you say, this isn't normal. I want to be normal. Well, this man came and threw himself down at Jesus's feet because he wanted to be normal. Kids, even adults, is that you? And you say, I want to be normal. I want to be normal like everyone else. I just want to be normal the way God wants me to be normal. God's not asking us to all be the same. He's asking, and he's telling us really that we can be made in his image, all brand new from the inside all the way out. And so Jesus is the one who does that. So we see this man coming, and he says to him, Jesus, and asks him, what is your name? And he answered, Legion, for many demons had entered him. So it wasn't just one. Do you know a legion is a lot? Grandpa, what is a legion?
A legion in the Roman army was the largest possible unit.
The largest possible unit. So we could wonder, does he have the largest possible amount of evil spirits tormenting him that anyone had ever had? It makes you wonder. It says he answered Jesus, or it was those evil spirits inside of him said, and this is nothing to be afraid of. Jesus is showing what to do when demons talk or when evil spirits talk. And it says, and they begged Jesus, do not command them to depart into the abyss. They began, these evil spirits, they knew who was standing in front of them. They knew who was what Jesus was about to do, and they were begging him, don't throw us out, don't throw us out, don't throw us out. And what do we think if Jesus makes all things new? What is he about to do, Bear?
Throw them out.
He's about to cast those demons out. And it says, now a great herd of swine, that's pigs, was feeding on the hillside, and the demons begged him to give them leave and enter these, and he allowed them to do so. So he commands the evil spirits to leave this man and leave his mind, and he permits them to go into the pigs. And when he did that, the demons came out of the man, went into the pigs, and it says in verse 33, and the herd rushed down a steep cliff into the lake and were drowned. When the herdsmen saw what happened, they ran away and told it in the town and in the country. And all these people went out to see what happened. Why? Because this man was torturing the people in town every time they tried to come around. What do you think about that, Andy?
That guy sounds like he was crazy.
We could call him crazy, right? Wouldn't you call him crazy?
I would be scared of him.
Yeah.
I'll let the people who've never done anything like that cast the first stone.
Okay, so are we insinuating Andy's done a couple of crazy things over here?
Not Andy, no.
Oh.
Frantic Frank, I think.
Oh, France.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Definitely Frantic Frank. I don't know. That time y'all thought trash was a mountain.
I'm still claiming that as my mountain.
Yeah, okay. I that might have been a little crazy in your thinking, but I wouldn't call it demon possessed.
That's right.
So he cast all the demons out into the pigs.
He put them all out into
Wow.
the pigs, and those pigs took off. Grandpa, what does a pig running sound like?
Something like that.
Something like that. That's pretty good, Grandpa. I wouldn't quit your day job, but that was awfully close to getting a voiceover gig.
Would you say they went hog wild?
They sure did. They went so hog wild, they threw themselves off the cliff into the water and they were drowned. And those demons, that legion of demons, left him. They left that man. And what was made new? Was it his body and his mind, right? Were made brand new. It said here that all these people, they had to come see this man. They were like, this man was crazy. He would break out of heavy chains they would put on him. And it said that all the people of the country surrounding the Gadarenes district asked Jesus to leave them. They see the man. It says actually in verse 36, and those also who had seen it told them how he who had been possessed with demons, oh, I like this, was restored to health. That man was restored to health. He was brought back from sickness. Say from sickness.
Sickness.
To health.
To health.
Jesus, when he comes inside, he brings us from sickness
Sickness.
back into health.
Back into health.
That even means in our mind. Kids, I want to do an illustration, okay? Because this man, he didn't just have a fixed up mind. This man got a brand new mind. Can you draw a picture on these for me? Any picture you want. I want you guys to start drawing something really neat. While we're exiting today's episode, these guys are going to be drawing. But I want you to understand that this man, shortly after this, it said he came to hear Jesus preach. He had his clothes on. Say he was fully dressed, Grandpa.
Good.
Fully dressed. Remember that when you come to work, fully dressed.
Yes, ma'am. Won't happen again.
He was fully dressed. That means pants and everything, Grandpa. Pants and everything.
Got it.
He was fully dressed, sitting in Jesus' service with a brand new mind. Not a mind that got fixed up or a mind that just had a couple of things, tweaked. Jesus doesn't just tweak us. He doesn't just fix little things and let us figure out the rest. He makes all things new. This man was made brand new. And I tell you what, he probably had brand new clothes. How about that? Do you think he had brand new clothes too? Yeah, he probably did. So as we exit today's episode, I'm gonna let Andy tell us a joke.
Hey, Grandpa, listen to this joke.
Okay.
What do you call a factory that makes okay products?
I don't know.
A satisfactory.
How witty. I got a sensible chuckle out of me.
Guess what? We now have a Kids and Faith coloring packet. Get it now. You can go online and purchase it at deframeministries.org/kidsandfaith and in person at our Miracle Crusades and conferences. Hey Kids in Faith, do you like coloring? We have our new Kids in Faith coloring page. You can download it on our website or you can get it at our bookstore. Submit your drawing on our website today. Peace. We want to hear your testimony. You can now go online on deframeministries.org/kidsandfaith and submit your testimony. Revelations 12:11 says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Our testimony is powerful and can help others see the awesome power of Jesus.
We're so excited to hear about what God has done for you in your life. Hey Kids in Faith! Go check out our Kids in Faith YouTube channel and make sure to subscribe to watch more episodes.
You can also follow us on Instagram at Kids in Faith to keep up with episodes in our Kids in Faith news channel.